Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I was just about to end the night. I was been recording all day, and then just got the news. Looks like they found baby Evelyn, and it's not good news. Not good news at all. So okay, so I'm gonna read you this article real quick about them finding the remains. They're pretty sure it's her. So it says authorities believe they have recovered the remains of missing 15-month-old Evelyn Boswell. According to the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office, investigators searched the home of a family member in the 500 block of Muddy Creek Road on Friday evening after receiving new information in the case. So today's Friday. So I mean, this was just happened tonight. The sheriff's office says that the property belongs to Tommy Boswell Sr., Evelyn's grandfather. Tommy, in February, that he called the Department of Children's Services to report Evelyn missing. So he's the one that called and reported her missing. So for some reason, I don't think that he's involved. I just think that they put her there, whoever put her there. And that was the same thing. If you watch my video, my last video, where the one friend of Megan said that Megan was really nervous, or she was nervous about them searching her dad's property. This is her dad. And she was relieved when they searched his property and they didn't find anything. And then she was hoping that they wouldn't dig on the property. So she was happy that they didn't dig on the property. And then she was relieved that they didn't find anything when they searched the property. So they must have just searched it real quick. So this makes sense now because that's where Evelyn was. And wow. She knew that Evelyn was there. So she either was a part of it, was the person that did it, or she knew, because that totally makes sense. This girl posted this having no idea where Evelyn was. Wasn't a part of it, the friend that posted this, but just looked at her friend's reaction and knew and realized something. Wow, there must be something about this property. And so that means that Megan knew that Evelyn was there. So like I said, either she was the one that did it, or she knew, she was a part of it. So during the search, the authorities discovered human remains believed to be those of missing 15-month-old girl Evelyn. So the remains will be sent for an autopsy and a positive identification. Wow. So it said that they received hundreds of leads. They're saying when William McCloud got released, so now Angela and William are both out on bond, but they both have an ankle bracelet. So I'm going to play this video of William McCloud getting released. Angela's picking him up, so it's probably her dad is picking them up. Her dad and Angela are picking William up because he got bonded out. But people have been saying that it sounds like he's singing "Down at the Muddy Creek by the Sycamore Tree." I don't hear the "Down at the Muddy Creek" part. I do hear "by the Sycamore Tree." The thing is the address where they found Evelyn was 500 block of Muddy Creek. But I don't hear the Muddy Creek. All I hear is the Sycamore Tree. So, and then before that, it almost sounds like it could be the radio, or it could be him saying Sycamore Tree. But then before that, I thought it was the girl filming saying something. So it's either the girl filming is saying something, which I can't make out, or it's Angela saying something, because it sounds like a girl's voice. And then it sounds like either him or the radio saying "down by the sycamore tree." Just kind of creepy. But and then I was like, well, let me see if there's a song that has Muddy Creek down by the sycamore tree. And I was trying to look up lyrics of like titles that are called Muddy Creek or Sycamore Tree to see if that's a lyric for one, and I couldn't find it. So maybe I just don't know the song. Maybe you guys know the song, and that last part of it is by the sycamore tree, and the first part is down by Muddy Creek, or down at the Muddy Creek, which is crazy. So let me know, is there a song that goes "down at the Muddy Creek by the sycamore tree"? Because I definitely hear him say it by the sycamore tree. I just don't hear that "down at Muddy Creek" part. So, and not that I'm not saying he doesn't say it, I just don't hear it. So, okay, I'm gonna play this clip and let me know. It's at the very end. They pull out and he rolls down the window and you hear, like I said, I swear that it sounds like the girl recording says something and then he says, by the sycamore tree. But let me know what you guys hear. It's still kind of creepy.
When was the last time you saw Evelyn?
Go and get that camera out my face, man.
Do you know where Evelyn is? Do you have anything to say to the public? Anything you'd like us to share?
Jesus loves you.
So I don't know, some of the posts that people were saying that they think they found Evelyn in the shed, but they haven't confirmed where they found her, just the address that they found her at. So, man, so good. Megan's still in jail, so that's good. But now Angela and William, if they had something to do with it, now they're out. So hopefully we'll find out. For some reason, I mean, it was the dad that called it in. So and it was on his property where he lives, Megan's dad. So I think they just put her there. I don't think he had anything to do with it. They just almost framed him and put her there. I guess we'll find out more in the morning, I'm sure. So I'll play the press conference.
Good evening, and thank you for being here. I'm Leslie Earhart, a public information officer for the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. First off, I would like to thank each of you for your assistance in sharing information about this case from the very beginning. This is certainly not the update we had hoped to provide this evening. Before we get started, you should know that this is a very active investigation. We understand that you have a lot of questions, but please understand, in order to preserve the integrity of the investigation, there's not a lot that we can release at this time. Sheriff Jeff Cassidy is going to give a brief statement followed by District Attorney General Barry Stavas. Sheriff.
I'm Jeff Cassidy, Sheriff of Sullivan County. I first want to thank the community for their outpouring of love, support, and prayers for the last 17 days when sweet Evelyn was first reported missing. I want to thank the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and our detectives and officers for their persistence, dedication, and hard work in trying to locate Evelyn. This evening, we received information that led TBI agents and Sullivan County detectives to a property belonging to a family member of Evelyn's mother in the 500 block of Muddy Creek Road in Blumpville. During the search, investigators discovered human remains believed to be those of a 15-month-old girl. The remains will be sent for an autopsy and a positive identification. At this time, the investigation is in the very early stages. There's a lot of work left to be done, and right now, this is the extent of what we can provide today. I would now like to introduce our District Attorney General, Barry Stavas, who can advise you how the case will progress from here on forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you, Jim.
I first want to say I want to thank law enforcement. We've been involved as part of the investigation since its inception, and it's been excellent working relationship with our office and the TBI, the Sheriff's Department, and the FBI. And at this point, as the Sheriff pointed out, we're just in the beginning stages of the investigation. And at this point, we're just going to continue working. There's a lot of work to still be done, and at that we will evaluate our case and what we're going to do next after we conclude our investigation. So based on what has happened tonight, there's a lot of work to be done forensically and just old-fashioned investigative work. So thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Okay, guys, that's that. I'll let you know if there's any new updates tomorrow, but man, I hope everybody that's involved in this gets arrested. I just hope I don't know. I mean, Megan was blaming her mom. And her mom... Oh, yeah, I wanted to show you this, too. This is another post that supposedly her mom said this in jail. Somebody posted it. I don't know if it's true or not, but the grandmother was supposedly in jail telling people Maggie rolled over on the baby and killed her and buried her somewhere. So I think the grandmother opened up maybe. So I don't know if there's any truth to that, or maybe the grandmother, Angela, is just trying to put it off on Megan now. Or whether she has something to do with it. I mean, this is just so crazy, because originally I was thinking, and I don't know, I was thinking maybe that there was an accident where just there was abuse going on and it just went too far. You know, maybe Megan just ended up accidentally killing her because of the abuse and was scared to admit it, you know, because she was abusing her, and maybe she just died, and then maybe she told her mom that it was an accident like that because she was ashamed, you know, embarrassed to admit it, so she just told her mom that. I mean, who knows if we're ever even going to get the truth, but I mean, I could see that could be a possibility, that, you know, maybe the abuse went too far, and it was you know, she didn't mean to kill her. I don't know. It's so sad, because I was really, I mean, I knew that it probably wasn't good, but I was just still hoping that, you know, you always want to hang on to that little bit of hope. I guess it's silly of me to have that hope when most of the time it doesn't end up that way. It always ends up bad, I feel like. But I guess there are those few, the exceptions, that they find them alive. That's usually not the case, but alright guys, well, have a good night. I'm gonna end this here. Bye.